Right guys, here we are again. See, you wait so long for just one more episode, and then two come along at once. Basically, I did only plan on releasing the Black Cauldron, or basically, no, not releasing it, recording it, only the Black Cauldron episode, because one I wanted to talk about for a while. I still got around to it, but I did. And then I watched this movie, Hubie Halloween, or Hubie Halloween, however you pronounce it. And I felt, might be worth a little chat. But before we get into it, don't forget to go subscribe, click like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I'm able to put up an episode for all you amazing people. Right, let's crack on, shall we, with this. It splits opinion, but we'll see how it goes. There's a small cameo from Ben Stiller, who's worked on AdamSandler and Sandler films for years, where there's like a supporting role or like a little cameo, but he doesn't this right at the start. I believe he's playing the same character he did in Happy Madison, the golf one. He plays the nurse that looks after Billy Madison's mum in the care home with the moustache, and he's a bit rude and a bit of a prick, really. I believe he's playing him, so that was a nice little cameo. It's a shame he's not in the rest of the film, but it was nice to see that he's still out there willing to be in films, because I know he hasn't been in much. The last few years he's been doing supporting roles such as directing, producing, things like that. But then after that, you lead on, and then you meet the character that Adam Sandler plays, Hubie Dubois. And basically, I don't know why he tried to make his character have a disability, or if he had speech impediment, but he mumbles. His character mumbles, and half the time you can't understand a word he's saying. And also just want to say that there will be bits I point out I don't like, but just bear with me. He mumbles quite a bit, and in fact his character mumbles throughout the whole film. You struggle at times. You have to try to turn it up on the TV. At one point, I was thinking the TV wasn't up too much, or maybe something else was wrong with that my hearing might have been wrong, but it's not. It's just him mumbling. So you have to try and concentrate quite a bit on whenever he speaks. Everyone else is fine. It's just him. And basically, I watched it more because I was more nostalgic, really, for his earlier films. I was hoping from the trailer it looked like it was going to be like that. There's going to be a bit more of the slapstick comedy that he usually brings into it. Some freak accidents such as in the Grown Ups films, Madison, Little Nicky, things like that. And there are bits in it like that. For example, he's going down the street on his bike at the start, on watch, because he sees himself as the protector of the small town of Salem for Halloween every year. He sees him as the night watch, basically, like a watchman but shit. And he's going down this road on this bike, cycling, and these random things keep getting thrown at him from either side as he's coming down. There's like a trombone, there's a brick, there's like a slab, and random stuff like that. Then there's these kids that chase him all the time on bikes, wearing the ghost face masks. They're throwing eggs at him, and he manages to catch him in his, what he calls, Swiss Army flask. They throw all the eggs at him. He manages to screw it open, and all the eggs magically land into his flask. Thanks them for a lovely breakfast. Shakes it up, drinks it, and then projectile vomits in a straight line to the side, and then just goes straight back, flask down, riding his bike. So slapstick stuff like that. Well, not slapstick, but you know what I mean. Slapstick, grotesque, things like that. That certainly brings us back to some of his earlier stuff he's done. And there's bits as well where he gets pushed into a grave whose son, played by Ray Liotta. I don't know whether he likes working with Adam Sandler or he was just desperate to get paid for an acting job because he's not in much these days. He's at Ray Liotta's dad's funeral. Ray Liotta pushes Adam Sandler into this grave on top of his dad's coffin just for a laugh because he thought his dad might like it even though he's dead. And the gravedigger starts chucking dirt onto him. Hubie Dubois, Adam Sandler's character, shouts up, "Hey, there's someone in here," and the gravedigger basically just goes, basically says, the dead speak, oh my god, and he just falls forward flat on him, and he dies as well. So there are aspects of his other films. As it goes on, there are bits you don't really need, or were just drawn out, or too complicated. Some of the lines weren't really needed. Just if they kept it nice and short and punchy, just quick delivery, quick response, quick gag, I think it could be much better. It was nice also to see that he had a lot of his old friends coming back. He had Shaquille O'Neal, who doesn't appear in it until right at the end, but you'll see why. The running gag in it, it's so good to see him playing these good comedic roles, especially after he did Steel. I think that's Steel. Is it called Iron Steel or Steel? But yeah, that was a shit film. Anyway, him, Rob Schneider, got Steve Buscemi as well. That's a point. Steve Buscemi. Buscemi, I can't remember how it's pronounced. It was nice of him to be in the film, but the character he plays in it, and to one of there's spoilers, he plays a werewolf. There's a twist on it. Well, we're made to believe he's a werewolf, basically, because it's Halloween, town of Salem, all the witches were burned and things like that. But it wasn't a bit of the film that was needed. I think it just got thrown in there for a laugh, just to make it a bit more fun. Doesn't do it for me personally. Makes it a bit weird, but it's nice to see him still wanting to perform those comedic roles, as he's quite a serious actor anyway. He's usually the comic relief. And there's other actors like, what's their names? There's KevinJames wearing a very bad wig and a beard. If you don't follow him on social media, his hair's completely shaved. He has like a shaved face now most of the time. So I don't know why they could have done him without the hair, but I guess they just wanted to make it a bit more, I suppose the term dramatic effect, but I don't know, he looks a bit daft, but I suppose that's what they wanted for this kind of film. It's a horror action spoof comedy kind of thing. And it was nice. The twist at the end was quite odd, but works in a way. And overall, I know what I've said is that they're quite a few of the bad things maybe, but overall, it's a nostalgic look back at Adam Sandler's career. There's bits and bobs from all of his other films. There's some references, I believe, as well, if I remember correctly, to like his other stuff. And there really are some great bits in it that just make you laugh out loud. For example, he uses his flask again, and when I say Swiss Army flask, he says he made it at camp one year, and it could do all these kind of things. It could it can obviously hold soup. It could be a flashlight. It could do all these weird things. And there's a bit where he's running away. He somehow has a grappling hook with a wire built in it. Shoots up into the tree, pulls himself up, smacks straight first into one of the big branches, yells, "Help me!" and then just falls as quick as you like, straight onto the floor. That kind of quick, snappy, physical comedy is what he's more known for. Just makes you laugh. Otherwise, I laughed for quite a while after watching it. It was just the way it was timed, and the line he came out with it as well was absolutely brilliant. And it was very good. If you're nostalgic, as I said, if you're nostalgic for Adam Sandler and what he's done in the past, it's definitely worth a watch. If you're not very nostalgic for him, it may be worth a watch to see if you like it or not. I purely liked it because it was Halloween. The Netflix poster itself looked really cool and original and fun, and it was in a way, but overall, it's definitely for a specific type of fan, i.e. Adam Sandler fan. Well guys, we have come to the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it's been to your liking. If you enjoyed it, go click subscribe, click like, and leave a comment. Any feedback you can give me is awesome. It helps me get better with what I'm able to put out for you lovely people. If you want to know what movies I'll be talking about, or little hints, or any updates about my channel, come follow me on Instagram at MovieReview. Should be down here somewhere, so you can come find me. And I'm hoping to keep up with this, releasing them when I can. I should be able to. That's the whole point of me switching from weekly episodes to as and when I can. I'm certainly enjoying a lot more. I feel a bit more relaxed in wanting to do them and put the content out there for you lovely people. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for all your support. Bye bye guys. Take care.